man who didn't leave it to the judges. Alexander Hernandez got a quick, I think it was like a minute 40 KO, round one against Mike Money Breeden. AJ, I can't say that this was unexpected, man, and I don't like to be harsh on the fighters, especially when I see a matchup like this. I never want to come in and say, "Oh, this dude's about to get starched." You know, you want to be charitable. You want to give a little bit of hype. You want to still hype up the fight, make the fight a little bit. But we knew that there was levels to this. I said there was level to this, and Alexander Hernandez proved that he was on a completely another level in comparison to Mike Breeden. This was a big win for Alexander Hernandez, man. His first win since 2020, Halloween of 2020, against Chris Grutzmacher, where he got the knockout win then too, man. So in the same month, went from October to October, man. So that's a complete full calendar year, damn near. But I will say, Hernandez moves in the right direction. He moves to 5-3 in the UFC against a short notice replacement in Mike Breeden. He was originally slated to fight Leonardo Santos, but Santos had to pull out for whatever reason. I do not remember. It could have been an injury. Regardless, man. Tell me what you thought about the fight, AJ. It was short and sweet, but it was fun while it lasted.
Short and sweet, quick money for Alexander the Great Hernandez. No shame for Breeden though. No shame on this one, man. You take a late fight replacement. Hey, man, that's what it is. Sometimes you got to earn your shot in the UFC. He didn't. He went to the contender series, lost his shot there. So he's like, you know what? I'll get beat up for a contract. Hell yeah, I'd get beat up for a contract too, man, all day. If that's what you're trying to do, trying to be a professional fighter, might as well get that money when you can. Excuse me, get the exposure when you can. And no shame in Breeden's game on that one, my man. It was a very quick fight. He definitely looked like he was outmatched, outgunned, outspeed, everything, what's the word I'm looking for? Like every aspect of the fight game you could have was in Alexander Hernandez's corner. So rough game for Breeden, but like I said, no shame over there, man. What was your takeaways?
My takeaway is that Alexander Hernandez, man, he looked like a very experienced fighter in there, which he is now, right? You had said it yourself on the pre-show. You said Alexander Hernandez has quickly become a veteran of the fight game, man. Very quickly. It wasn't that long ago where he was just stepping into the big show and we're like, oh, man, look at this cat. You know, he's killing it. All that good stuff. Mike Breeden, it seemed like he was just ready for the basics. 1-2, calf kick. Okay, I'm ready to see that. Alexander Hernandez killed him with feints. He'd go for a teep up the middle. He'd go for a calf kick. He'd go for the 1-2. He'd go for the left hook. Like, he was hitting him with so many different looks. It seems to me that Mike Breeden got confused, and that's when Alexander Hernandez says, I gave you all these looks, all these feints. Let me go back to the basics. 1-2. Bow. Hurt you? Okay, I got you. Going in for the kill. Hit him. And that was it, man. Basically got him out of there after that. As soon as he smelled blood, man, it was game over. It was shark in the water right there. Alexander Hernandez is a scary man. Like I said, man, he's gone against a really high-level competition in his career thus far, in his very young career thus far. And I still think there is a very bright future for the man. And let's be honest, AJ, really quickly, that loss to Donald Cerrone, I feel like was probably one of the best things that could have happened for Alexander Hernandez because he feels like a humble man now. Now he says, hey, man, I took winning for granted, and it feels so good to win. It's so hard to win at this level. I just feel good about the win. And let's not forget, when he was talking about Donald Cerrone, he was trying to be the heel, trying to be WWE, being like, I'm going to fucking run through this guy. I'm going to smash everybody in the division. Like, and it's like, cool, that's totally cool. But once you start losing, you're going to have to eat those words. And now when you fall into a little humility, yeah, you might not be the big buzzsaw, the big popular name or whatever, but you were a killer to be reckoned with. And I think that's what we saw today. Do you agree, AJ?
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly, man. He had a little bit of humble pie when he was trying to be the heel, and I think it was the best thing for him. You know, he's really kind of come to his own, and you know, regardless of whatever aspect you're on, they always say be yourself because nobody can do you better than you. So I think that's what Alexander really needed, man, to kind of have that little bit of I don't need to be like the Colby Covingtons, I don't need to be like the John Joneses out there, even though both those dudes are big draws. Alexander Hernandez can get it done with the hands and the feet, and I think for him, at least going forward in the very stacked 155-pound division, it's going to make waves eventually when he's able to actually get the wins and then maybe talk some shit after. But at least now I'm glad. I like the new kind of humbled Hernandez, to be honest.
It feels just a little more grown up to me personally, man. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he's super young. You know, he's mid-20s or whatever, I think, or maybe late 20s. But listen, man, just feels like a little more mature version of himself. All right, AJ.